Yesterday was a really big day. I will get into the biggest event of yesterday in a little bit, but first I'd like to show you one thing that I got yesterday, or I guess 3 things. Look at those babies! Oh my goodness! So I went and picked up these 3 little kittens yesterday. Apparently they were from a really big litter. They're already eating hard food. And they're climbing all over everything and getting stuck on everything. So this is one little kitten. His name is Poe. Yeah, so he's a really big little cuddle bug. He'll sit and he'll purr. And this one is actually my mom's kitten. I'm not sure what they're naming him yet. And then the little black and white one over there. My fiance and I decided that we would name him Edgar, so we kind of went with Edgar Allan Poe. So the black and white kitten is Edgar and this little guy is Poe. And I think he suits the name very well already. So I'm just gonna see if I can give you a good little close-up of the little dude. He's a nice little orange and white tabby. Super sweet. And then this is my mom's kitten. Still not sure what they're naming him, like I said. But he's super stinking cute. And then this little one is Edgar. You gotta stay in there, little buddy. You're quite the climber. So this little dude, he's a bit more shy. He actually hissed at me yesterday, which, fair enough, I'm a completely new person that he doesn't know. So yeah, these are gonna be the new little barn kittens. So the 2 little orange ones are very much like attention seeking, so that's fun. We got them from somebody in the area who just had too many kittens. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. It's been almost exactly 14 years since we've had kittens on the farm, so this is really exciting for us because we love kittens, but we've just had too many cats up until this point. So we decided it was time to get a few more kittens because the cats that are on the farm right now, the youngest is 15 years old. So we're not sure how much longer those cats are gonna be around for, because even for a house cat, 15 years is pretty good. So we'll have to see how that goes, but for now we at least have some kittens that can start to grow and become good barn cats. But now for the really big event that happened yesterday. So I bought 38 new goats from 6 different herds in Quebec. There are 14 commercial does here, and the rest of them are all registered stock, which is insane. And one little oddball, a New Zealand Kiko doe right there. She's pretty easy to pick out. Big stretch. So you will probably notice a little bit of coughing, and that's normal after they've had such a big trip. We live in Saskatchewan here. All of these goats are coming from Quebec, so that's quite a long trip. It was very, very hot yesterday, so I will be just kind of blanket treating them with a little bit of medication to cover any respiratory problems that might happen, because the climate between Quebec and Saskatchewan is pretty different. So I don't want any of these gals getting sick. But I bought from 6 different farms, and I'm very grateful to all of them for being willing to sell me some of their really amazing stock. So I just want to say a very big thank you to Nancy from Dubiquette, Jessie from Devin-Calin, Ferme de la Colline, I hope I say all of these right, Shannon from La Rose, Alexi from Brixie, and Allison. She sold me 14 of the commercial does in this group. So with that, you'll probably be able to figure out that I doubled my herd yesterday, which is absolutely insane. And then there's one more big thing happening in the future. I can't tell you about it quite yet, but it's going to be keeping us really busy. So just stay tuned for that. And these are all of the beautiful goats. This is Fancy. Yes, you are. Hello. So I'm still trying to figure out who is who, and I figured out who came from what farm. Yeah. So that kind of a cough is just from traveling. Some people call it travel fever. So that's something that I will be treating for, just to keep them healthy. You pretty lady. And I know people are gonna ask, the reason why I decided to buy a bunch of goats from Quebec is because it's honestly, between Quebec and Ontario, that's really the only place where you can buy a significant amount of goats that are purebred, registered, or purebred commercial from clean tested herds that are watching their animals very closely to make sure that they're healthy. And the reason why I did that is because my fiance and I want to be one of the bigger herds in Saskatchewan that can offer a significant amount of registered replacement does and also be able to produce enough animals for the meat market. So that's the main order of business. I might want to experiment with some goat milk products on the side because I do have a couple of milk breed mixes, but for the most part it is going to be a goat meat operation. So I know a lot of people ask that. I know a lot of people will continue to ask why I want so many goats. That's the reason why. And so I didn't feel that the goats that I had were expanding my herd enough, so I decided to invest in some more stock. This was not the cheap way to do it, but I feel it's the best way to do it in order to create a good starter herd. Come here, bud. Big chunk. Are you sleepy? So I have 35 in that barn right there. And then I have the other 3 new goats out here. Because I bought a new buck, which you just saw. His name is Capital, and I put 2 of the biggest does from that group of does in with him so he wouldn't be lonely, because I've been having some trouble, as you know, with goats escaping and breaking loose, and I didn't want him to be lonely and looking for a doe, so I just gave him 2. But I'm gonna see if I can get in there and get him up so you can see his full majestic self. Oh, we're going for a wee. That's nasty. Yep, we all know what that means. This guy is an absolute behemoth. Like, he is huge. And these does are pretty big too, so I figured they could join him right away. So that's a she's huge. They're in gorgeous condition, so with these 2 does added, I am going to be looking at kitting out 18 does this winter. 1 Nigerian dwarf goat so far, and then 17 boar goats. So it's gonna be wild. And I'm really excited. So these are the newest additions to the Wild West herd, and I'm super happy to have them. And he is already quite smelly. He's a very chonk, smelly dude. And then these 2 are also from a breeder in Quebec, so. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, like, the full amazingness of this dude. His butt goes past my knees. Like, it's halfway up my thigh here. So, he's really tall and just large. Like, he was standing on his back feet yesterday, and he's almost as tall as I am on his back feet, and I'm 5'11", so that's insane. Like, he's an amazing goat, and I'm so happy with him. Well, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for all of the things that are gonna be happening in the next little while. I'm really excited to show you guys. Bye. You say bye, Cap?